One of the most powerful things that entrepreneurs and success seekers all agree on is the effectiveness of visualization and positive thinking. So this simple yet life-changing practice is what changed Dirusha's life for the better after experiencing a radical paradigm shift into thinking due to extremely challenging experiences. Her company, Beyond Transform, was awarded one of the 100 most influential global HR professionals by the World HRD Congress. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Ginny, and it's so wonderful to be here. I really appreciate this opportunity of being on your show.
Thank you. Well, it's so lovely to have you here because you really do have such a story to tell and you really are such an inspiration. I mean, let's start from the beginning. You are obviously very successful at HR and then found yourself retrenched not once but twice. Like, that's difficult. That must take quite a knock to your self-esteem, your value system. So how do you pick up out of that and then find your way again? What was your story?
Yeah. So, you know, being retrenched was a complete shock to my system.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It challenged me on every single level. It really knocked my self-esteem, it knocked my self-worth. But I realized, you know, the first time I got retrenched, I did not listen to my calling in terms of where I needed to be. I had had so many achievements and so many learnings throughout my entire career, and it was time for me to actually move on to something bigger and greater. And life is just really weird because, you know, when you don't listen to your heart and you don't follow your intuition, somehow experiences, situations come into your life that repeat itself into your life. Yeah. And so when the retrenchment happened the second time, I knew that I needed to listen to my heart and listen to my calling. I knew that I needed to absolutely step into my truth and own it because life had prepared me for everything that I was about to achieve and where I was going. And I needed to just embrace that change. I needed to be receptive to it and know within my heart that I needed to follow the path that I needed to walk in terms of where I needed to be.
Exactly. Well, life was actually literally telling you that you shouldn't be on that path, and it was kind of forcing you into another one. And I believe you can manifest things into existence. But how do you change your mindset in order to put yourself on the right path, I suppose? Because it's quite difficult, especially when you're down.
Yes. So for me, you know, throughout my entire life, I've experienced a number of significant, painful situations and challenges. And I learned very quickly that if I was dwelling in negativity, it was not self-serving for me. That I actually needed to change my attitudes, my beliefs, and how I looked at my situation to really attract positivity into my life, like you say. And to also understand the higher purpose of everything that you go through in life. That pain is actually a natural part of life. Suffering and pain is a natural part of life. And once you're able to accept that truth, you're actually able to transcend it and to move forward. So for me, it's always been about understanding what's the higher purpose in my journey in terms of where I need to be and following my truth in terms of that.
What tips would you give our viewers as to how they can get themselves out of a rut and put themselves onto the right path?
So, you know, maybe let's talk about retrenchment, right? Because that's something that happened to me twice in my life. I would say, you know, whatever you go through in life, retrenchment as an example, don't be ashamed of it. Don't put yourself down. Don't knock yourself for it. You know, sometimes things that happen in your life are there to teach you so that you can grow from it, so that you can have lessons to learn. You know, you may not know your story, who it may touch, who it may inspire. So embrace opportunities in life, be open to it, because they all happen for a reason. Nothing that you go through in life is ever in vain.
That's such good advice, and you really are such an inspiration.
Thank you.
Congratulations on all of your accolades and all that you've achieved.
Thank you so much.
Lovely having you here.